Let's look at a quick way how to wrap your hands. There's obviously many ways how to wrap your hands. A couple of reasons why you want to wrap your hands is obviously for hygiene purposes, especially if you are using gloves, that the sweat goes into the hand wrap. Another reason is obviously for protection. Okay, now when I speak about protection, you could have a current injury or something that your hand is very sensitive, or weakness in your hand. So it could be the knuckles, could be the actual palm, could be the wrist, could be the thumb. It all depends. So there's many ways you can wrap the hand. I'm going to show a quick wrap here right now. So first of all, establish where the bottom and the top part of the wrap is. Usually you'll see that the little hook that's attached to the wrap is attached to the bottom of the wrap, which means that is the side that you want to put onto the skin. All right, so what we do here is we just hook it in, and then I'm just going to wrap it around my wrist a couple of times. So like I said, it all depends on what you would like to wrap. You know, if you've got a weak wrist, especially if you know you're going to be hitting the bags, the heavy bags a lot, you might want to support the wrist more. If you're battling with the knuckles, that the knuckles feel weak, then you can wrap the knuckles more. So this is going to be a basic wrap. So I'm going to take the wrap around, just slightly down the wrist, forearm, and around the wrist 4 or 5 times. From here, next I'm going to go to the knuckles. Good point is to open your hand up and not to keep it relaxed. So stretch the hand out here. You take it over the knuckles, and not just over the knuckles, you need to cover the knuckles. Okay, and the reason for that is because we're going to take the wrap through the fingers here with the next couple of wraps. So again, you can decide 3, 4, 5 times around the knuckles. And then from here, I like supporting my thumb quite a bit. So what I'm going to do from here is take it underneath and wrap it over the thumb and take it through the little finger. Wrap it over the thumb, take it through the middle finger, wrap it over the thumb and take it through the index finger. From here I can wrap it around the thumb once again, and now come over to the knuckles to just tidy it up there to keep it all together. If you still got wrap left, you can wrap it again over the thumb and then come back to the wrist to tighten it up that side there. Okay, so some people don't like the thumb wrapped, again depending on what your application is. Like currently I've got an injury in the thumb, so I'd like to wrap my thumb. The knuckles are pretty padded, the wrist is pretty solid, and that's your first basic hand wrap. Okay, so let's have a close-up look here. Two kinds of hand wraps here. We're going to determine which side is top, which side is bottom, because the bottom side of the wrap has to go against the skin. So if you look at this wrap here, the little loop is attached to the bottom, and that's the top. So this bottom part will be going up against our skin. Here's another kind of wrap. They got a bit of a triangle here. This will be the bottom part, so that will be the part that's going against the skin. Right, so this determines as well, once I put the loop through here, which side I'm going. So you can see that's the bottom part. So let's go bottom first and then going around. Once I do that, a couple times around the wrist, open your fingers like I explained previously, open it, put it over the knuckles 3 or 4 times, depending on what kind of wrap you want to do. And now, I said we started off going at the bottom, and this means once I go over the thumb here, the loop through the fingers will go through the bottom. Through the bottom. And through the bottom. Now I can determine if I want to wrap the thumb, so I can wrap it around the thumb. And now I can go over the knuckles again, supporting the knuckles, kneading it up, and then bringing it back around the wrist. And once I've got it around the wrist, because we put the right part against the bottom of the skin, now the Velcro will fit perfectly. Right, so the first one I showed you going around the bottom, and that's why we brought the loop through the bottom of the fingers. This one now, here's the bottom of the wrap. I'm going to go over the top of the wrist first. And then over the knuckles. And now, because I started going over the top, now once I go over the thumb, you'll go over the top through the fingers, through the top fingers top fingers. Like I said, you can wrap the thumb to support the thumb, and then from there, wrapping over the knuckles again. And from there, supporting down to the wrist. And there's your Velcro, because we got the bottom part of the wrap against the skin first. And a perfect wrap.